Welcome to the Split Loyalty Podcast. I'm your host, Cole, the diehard Kansas City Royals fan. And with me is my co host, Garrett, representing the St. Louis Cardinals. Every week, we will bring you the latest news on our two clubs, calling out each other's bad takes, defending our squads, and stirring up just enough trouble to keep things interesting. This is the Split Loyalty Podcast, Episode 2, the Cardinals Roster Construction. Before we jump into that, let's talk about some recent news. So just hit today that Pablo Lopez is having some elbow issues, and I think he's going to get shut down for the year.
Yeah, I think what was reported was he had significant tearing in his UCL in his head for Tommy John, and that's unfortunate. Both of us are pretty big Pablo fans. I know when he was on the block from Miami, I really wanted them to come to St. Louis. That was right around the time we were trying to add a big boy arm, and he was coming off a crazy year in Miami, and it's a shame to see that guy go down because he's got good stuff. He's a great guy to have at your 2 or 3 spot. I mean, he doesn't have the front end arm talent anymore, but 30 years old, he's had enough to keep you in games and put you in a spot to win. So it's tough to see him go down. Your fantasy team's going to take a hit probably from that.
Yeah, it's usually a guy that I try to get every single year. But selfishly, as a Royals fan, I'm not going to cry too much when we don't have to get shut out by Lopez in the first Twins series of the year.
That Twins roster, it's not looking great at this point. It's a lot of guys that have been around the league for a long time, but have never really done it at a super high level. And I saw a report today that the Twins cut like $30 million in payroll or something, but then failed to trade away any of their best trade assets. So they're just this whole thing they got going on is, I mean, the Cardinals were kind of in that weird boat as well last year when we went from $210 million in payroll in 24 to 170.
I think 110.
170 last year. When we were coming into this season, now we're down to 110. So the difference being this year, though, is we traded away any and all assets that could bring value. Maybe not all, because we still have some guys that are going to be able to contribute and be centerpieces for this team to help usher in the new era. But yeah, that's a devastating blow for Minnesota. I'm sad to see him go this year, but you're happy to not have to face him every,
that's for sure,
3-4 times a year. So we'll start up here in the rotation. I'm very interested to see how this plays out. I was very happy to take a flyer on Dustin May. I really liked what he had when he was healthy in Los Angeles. And he's, still only 29 years old. A lot of life left in him. If we can get some production out of him, that's a guy that I would not hesitate to extend. But Palante, he's been around for a few years now, and he does what you need him to. He really took a step forward last year, and I was happy to see that. But really looking forward to seeing what McGreevy gives us this year. I mean, he got his opportunities last year, and I was happy with him. Libby's going to be the front guy of our rotation, and I'm excited to officially give him that. He's been a long time coming. I've been super excited to have him in the roster ever since we traded for him and DC back however long ago that was. And until last year, he just hadn't really put it all together, but something changed in that guy. Went on a tear, and I was happy to see it. So
Libby had a really good first half. His second half was a little. I think he just got worn down from. I don't think he was used to throwing that many innings because you guys had him on kind of a mid-relief role there for a little bit, didn't you, before last year?
Yeah, he was kind of bouncing around. He'd spot start, he'd be an opener, he'd come in out of the bullpen. He just kind of, wherever the team needed him to be, he was willing to be there, which, you hang around, you get yourself into games, you show them what you got. But that's a whole different topic of mismanaging our players and not knowing how to get them set up for the right opportunities and not being willing to face adversity in the short term so we can maybe prosper down the road. So Kyle Lee, I don't even Leahy. He's been around. I'm never really impressed with his stuff. He's kind of the archetype of like, my understanding is that he's a ground ball guy, pitch to contact, just let your defense work. That experiment has gone poorly for us over the last couple of years, and not really eager to see that continue. So we'll see if he makes.
Have you been able to look into either of these two Red Sox guys, that either Dobbins or Fitz?
I don't know much about those guys. Recent additions, I didn't look too close into them. Like I was saying on the last episode when we went over your roster, I am just getting geared back up for the baseball season. Really kind of turned my focus away from it because it was just so demoralizing. It was, lose, sneak a win, lose. And it's like, man,
I think,
and not having a clear direction that the team was going in really kind of made it difficult for me. And I mean, that's a, crappy thing for a fan to say, but there's a lot of stuff going on the last couple of years with the organization, how they're handling stuff, not being able to put good products on the field, that I didn't have any desire to watch these guys.
Yeah. That's completely
this year we at least have. This year the expectations are pretty it's known what we're going to get, and so it's more about seeing who's going to be able to take that step forward and be a guy that we can maybe start building around.
One piece that I'll add in here is JJ's first year with the Royals. We had like 100 loss year. I mean, I think that's essentially what you guys need to be. He even said it after the year was over. We weren't trying to make any moves. We were trying to see where our farm system was with some of these guys that are on the fringe of AAA and MLB. Give them their chances, see where they're at, see if they fit. If they don't, let's move on. Let's find someone to come in and help. I think you guys have a ton of young guys that need reps. You need to see where they're at. It's like Libby. You guys kept trying to give them like a month of work, and like you can't do that in the MLB. You got to get over that hump of that like first year struggles or whatever you're going to do. It's very rare that a guy just comes on and is just dealing.
Right. I mean, Spencer Strider, Paul Skeens, these guys don't come around ever. A lot of these guys take years in the league to develop and be at that level where they can be at every fifth day and be a guy you can count on to go out and get you a win. So I'm excited to see kind of who's willing to take a step forward. And there's some names that aren't in the rotation that I think are going to be fighting for a spot up there. So the bullpen, it's pretty straightforward. JoJo, he's going to be a guy. I mean, I loved that guy ever since we got him from Philly. I mean, I fell in love with him smashing Red Bull cans on his forearm coming into pitch. That's pretty much the kind of guy that I want to have. I want that attitude. And it kind of goes against the Cardinal way, the traditional Cardinal way. But the Cardinal way hasn't worked for 13 years, since our last real run in the playoffs. Like, we've made postseason appearances, but it's never been serious. We've kind of been lucky to be there. We haven't ever really been a serious competitor. So need a little bit of that FU attitude coming out of the pen in particular. So Riley O'Brien, I'm very excited to see if he takes that step forward. He's just got an absolute rocket arm coming out of the pen, and he's a little bit older and a little late bloomer guy, but
late bloomer, that's fine.
He's got some good stuff. Zavanson, he's nothing special. Fernandez, a lot of these guys are just like nobody that's really jumping off the page. They're going to go out there, they're going to get you a few innings, and I
didn't know you guys got Stanek.
Yeah, we picked him up. We picked him up this offseason. And I'm excited.
That's going to get you a good prospect or a guy that's.
He's going to be able to lead these younger guys in the bullpen, kind of get them prepped up for what it looks like to get a routine developed to go on a deep postseason run. And if he's successful for us, trade him off and get some assets back. Gordon Graceffo, that's a guy that I fully anticipate making a push for the rotation. He's not a bullpen guy. He's a guy that
I was gonna say I thought he was starting a couple games last year.
And he's a starter. He started in AAA for a while. I mean, he's a guy that I'm really excited to see get some run and hopefully they let him get some starts under his belt because he's a guy that I've really been interested to see how he develops and comes out. George Soriano, we just traded for him, and it was like a 1-for-1 trade, and I didn't fully understand the trade, but look, Heim's doing something. Bloom is doing something. He's got the Red Sox in a great position. He must have an eye for talent, an eye to kind of to be able to identify prospects that are going to be able to turn stuff around. And if this is one of those guys, great. If not, I mean, we didn't trade away a massive piece to get him, but it was just kind of like a weird, it's like half dozen of one, 6 of the other. It's like what didn't make a ton of sense, but that's all right by me. So Roy Croft, he's okay. He's a monster. He's 6'8", 230, just a towering, just a freak. But he had a lot of control issues last year. He throws hard. He's got a nasty sinker. He's got a slider that'll kill you, but a lot of walks and a lot of pitching from behind, and that's the thing that he struggled with a lot. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, like I said, this year isn't about going out there and competing for the division. It's seeing who's going to be able to work for us in the future. So, and then we move on to catcher. This is one of the few groups that has a pretty good base to it. We have all 4 of these guys are Jimmy Crooks won the minor league player of the year either last year or the year before. Pozo, we signed him last year as a unrestricted free agent, came on and was phenomenal for us. When Herrera went down with injury, he stepped in as that fill-in catcher and actually hit his way into the lineup more often than he was sitting. So Ivan Herrera, I mean, he speaks for himself. He's going to find his way in the lineup, whether that's at DH or whether he's catching every day, or heck, if we got to put him in the outfield till Lars gets healthy, we got to have that guy in the lineup. He's somebody we're going to hopefully build around for a long time and not let him slide away. We've had some catching prospects that we've let walk away that I was upset about, but hopefully this isn't one of those. And then Pedro, he's a great backup catcher. He hits when he needs to and plays good defense. That's really where he excels, is being that defensive backstop and being able to control the base paths a little bit. Ivan cannot do that, and that really kind of hurts. And that's maybe where we see a transition of him moving to first base, strictly DH, moving to left field. What do we got to do to get that guy in the lineup, but not have the issues with his defense might be worth it. And then there he is, the Burleson, man. You love him.
I love him.
He hits. I mean, there's no way around it. He just hits.
Love guys that just hit. Doesn't have to look pretty. He just gets on base.
and he does that. I mean, he's going to show up and he's going to give you 260 to 280 every year. He's going to hit 25 bombs.
I don't know if.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big boy. He needs to be playing for.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate. He needs to maybe size up in his pants, but much more suited to play first base than running around in the outfield. That's classic. Hit your way into the lineup and we'll find a spot for you. So excited to see him play a spot where he can kind of let the bat speak for itself and not have question marks about does he deserve to be in the lineup because of his defensive issues. So, well, I would have liked to see him he's a decent guy that could have brought us some good value in the trade market. I I just don't know who plays first if we trade him away. So we'll see what the middle of the season looks like. He might be a guy that hits himself into a trade, and we can get some assets out of it. But for now, I'm happy to have him at first base. And now second base, I don't know what we're going to do with Gorman. He's got to play every day. I don't know if that's at third base or if that's at second base.
He's starting at second and third, according to MLB.
Yeah, he is going to play both spots. We're going to run out an 8-man defense because he's, platinum glove at both positions. That's what he's known for. Now, MLB.com, they don't know what they're doing on the depth chart. But I love that guy. I mean, I loved him when he was in AA. I loved him when he was in AAA. Just seeing.
I think you and me both have a disease with our second basemen that have come up through the organization. Me with Michael Massey, love him. Hasn't really panned out. Nolan Gorman has had flashes, but can't string a whole 162 together.
Well, he hasn't had the opportunity though. That's the thing. Like we've been in such this crazy, horrible mindset that if you're not producing right now, we're still trying to win. So you're taking a seat. It's like, you got to let these guys figure this out. And Gorman has shown that it doesn't matter who it is. He's got 40 bomb power. He's got 50 bomb power. And when he's seeing the ball, he's as good as anybody. And
he can swing it.
And I'm excited to let him get a full run at it. And hopefully that little redhead can get us going. So Thomas JC, that guy came on hot last year. He's not a big name prospect.
Sit him back down as he was hitting 320 or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the thing that drives me nuts about your organization, at least the past couple of years, is you have a prospect that comes on, plays really good, and then it's like, I get it. You want your starters to play, but you got to kind of ride the hot hand.
Well, especially if you're trying to win games. Like now, in the current setup, I think you give everybody a shot. If somebody's playing and it's just a matter of getting at bats and figuring out who can play, then maybe the hot hand doesn't matter, or maybe it isn't as dependent on actual performance as what you're seeing in their work ethic and trying to put this thing together. But if you're trying to win games, what JC was doing last year, he earned his spot and he got demoted for it, which is crazy. But Jose Furman, he's a guy that I am excited to see how he produces. He came up and played a little bit last year. Nothing special, but making that step from AAA to the bigs, when kind of a grinder, for lack of a better term, isn't always easy right off the jump. So we'll see. I'm excited to see where he lands. But and third base, a guy that they don't have listed at third base that I think may get some run at third. I think Jordan Walker comes down and plays some third base this year at times.
See that?
Let him get some at-bats. Got to keep that guy's bat in the lineup. Let him see if he can figure out how to hit the big leagues. We did so much to ruin that guy's mindset and his headspace over the last couple seasons. Just, you need to hit the ball in the air. You need to stop hitting it on the ground. You need to do this. You need to do that. We'll send you back to AAA so you can work on it. It's like he's hitting the ball 113 miles an hour on the ground in the 6 hole.
Yeah.
Just let him hit it. 113 mile an hour hits are going, like, you're getting on base on that at a remarkable clip. I think we're going to be okay if it's on the ground. And sure, maybe that's not what you drafted him for. Maybe that's not what you want him to be doing. But it's productive. And that's what we were asking for. I hope he plays 145 games, man. There's so many of these guys that I've fallen in love with in their growth through the minors, that I just hope they get a full run at it. Hopefully they can stay healthy and get a full run. And then maybe we can put some of these ideas to bed. Maybe I can stop falling in love with them. Maybe I can say, all right, maybe it is time to move on from these guys. But I like to give my guys a good run and not just turn them away as soon as there's trouble. So we'll see.
So
Shortstop, this is my boy. This is
both blessed with Gold Glovers and offensive maniacs at short.
Yeah, I mean Mason Wynn. This is my guy. I mean him and Jordan Walker were best friends in AAA. I think they're still best friends now, and he's just come up and kind of taken over a little bit quicker. Part of that's because he was given that runway. There was no real competition to take that shortstop spot from him, and they just ran him out there every day. I love this kid, man. He does everything right on defense, and he does everything he needs to at the plate. I mean, he's going to be hopefully our leadoff or our two-hole guy, and just let him go out there and work because he does plenty, and he's fast enough on the bases. He's going to get in a scoring position, and we'll have Burley drive him in. We'll have Gorman drive him in. We'll have Walker drive him in. We'll have somebody drive him in. So, and then Lars, man, he just can't stay healthy. I love this guy. He's got so much personality. I think he's a guy that you would have hated to see him get traded, but he's drawn so much popularity and so much attention over the last few years.
He's that franchise guy or that franchise player that you could build a team around. For sure.
I don't know. I like him a lot. I do. But
maybe not the centerpiece, but he's like, I still think that he's like a main part of your core.
Yeah. I mean, very complimentary piece to building a core for sure. I don't think he's a guy you focus your organization around or your offense around for several years to come, but I'm happy to have him back. We'll get him back in the middle of April, late April, and let's give him a run. Hopefully he can stay healthy. He's had a lot of injury issues over the last couple seasons, and that's kind of made him take a step back and put us in a bind in the outfield, no doubt. Victor Scott's, that's my dog. He started off so hot. He had the hottest,
incredible
45 days to start a season in history, I think. And I thought we had the next one. But turns out defensive specialists, speedy guys, don't hit for power very often. They're not all Ronald Acuna Jr. But man, I hope that he can channel whatever he had at the beginning of the season and carry that for a majority of the season. If he gives us 250 average with 90 runs, I'm going to be elated because he's going to be in scoring position a lot just with how fast he is. He's going to be a guy that could hit 200 and have 40 runs given, or, get you 40 runs on the season, and you're like, why is that guy in the line?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's one of those guys that, I mean, I don't know what your guys' hitting philosophy is, but he's one of those guys that walks or doubles and even triples because guys, like, he can just take a bag just almost at will.
Yeah. And then right down there in right field, this is where we get thin, man. Nathan Church, I don't know much about this guy. He's kind of hung around in the organization for a while, but he hasn't been called up. He's a young guy. I just don't know much about him. So hopefully we can learn something about him in spring training and see what he's got. But we're getting thin on guys. I mean, we have no depth. It's you have just one guy that at every position, and then nobody to fill in behind, and it gets really scary. Like I have here in my notes, like we can field a full defense, but I don't know who's playing DH if we do that. Like on my notes here, I just put together what I think the opening day roster might look like, and it's Herrera behind the dish, Pages playing first, Gorman at second, Wynn at third or at short, Sajasi at third, Burley in left, Victor Scott in center, and Jordan Walker in right. But then I don't know who's DHing for us. There's a lot of talk that we need to go here. Yeah, or we go get an outfielder, right bat, a right-handed bat to play DH for us. There's some guys in free agency still available. There's some trade options that I really think could fill that role. I didn't think we needed that, and then I started looking at this roster, and I was like, we might need that. So, opening day roster is going to be interesting. I'll be excited to see what decisions are made coming out of camp and how this thing rolls forward. But there's just some guys that I don't. Yeah,
We'll take a
guys on
look at
there
any
that,
of these non-roster guys.
yeah, a lot of these guys on there. JJ, I mean, what can you say about JJ? This he's got all the hype. He's got all the looks. Everybody knows about him. He's got as much pressure as any Cardinals had coming into spring training in the last few years. If he breaks camp, I'm going to be super excited because then we can move Gorman to
third.
DH, Gorman to third. We can do a lot of
DH,
things
yeah.
and get this lineup looking a little bit better. With that being said, I don't think we need JJ Weatherholt coming out of camp, breaking camp. I think if he's not ready, I don't think we force it. If he comes out and he hits 340 in spring training, bring it on. But if he's going to be a guy that is a 280 guy or a 270 in spring training, assuming he gets a full workload, get him a month in AAA. Let him get back in the rhythm of the game and go from there. Oh, there's your boy Nelson Velasquez down there. He might save the day.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't be surprised as far as your roster. Velasquez has played with the Royals the last couple of years. We traded for him. We traded Jose Cuas for him. He's also back with the Royals. But yeah, he's kind of a power bat that when he got his chance to play, he played pretty good, but had some injuries, and then he couldn't make it back up. Yeah, and I mean, it's hard to say if he'll play for you. I mean, he couldn't play for us. We have pretty much the worst outfield in the bigs, but
yeah,
I could see him being either a death piece or if he comes out of camp and plays really, really well, maybe he can be that glue guy at that either the DH or filling in for Lars.
Yeah,
in the outfield.
Yep, I like that Chase Davis guy, man. I think he's been in the organization for 3 years now, and he's got a super sweet lefty swing, and I was super excited to get him in that draft that we took him in because it felt like a steal at that spot, but hasn't been super solid in the minors yet. But I mean, he's getting better every year, so we'll hopefully keep that going. Did Tink Hintz get a non-roster invite? That's a guy that I'm so excited to see.
He should have. Oh, that is very surprising. Quinn did.
Yeah, Quinn. Yep, that's another guy. Quinn, Tink Hintz, Zach Thompson down there. Those guys are all guys. Simra Birsi, and Max Raychik. Those are guys that have been hovering right around that breaking point for our roster for a long time, for a couple seasons now. And you've seen Zach Thompson get a run at it. You've seen Quinn Matthews, or heard a lot about Quinn Matthews. I'd like to see what they can do. Quinn Matthews has some nasty stuff, and I think he was the minor league pitcher of the year last year, maybe. And you love hearing stuff like that. Because we haven't had that kind of stuff being talked about in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a disaster of a year if you don't find out between these 4 pitchers here who's going to be a guy in the future for you. And like you said, I'm very surprised Tink doesn't have a non-roster invite. Maybe he's hurt.
And he's coming off injury. He got injured last year. He got injured in the middle of the year. Was dealing with that, and they kind of shut him down. So, I just saw something today that he's very aware of his organizational rank and where he ranks in the MLB top 100, and was rather offended that he didn't get didn't make the top 100.
He's on the
this year.
40-man, so he's
coming. Yeah, he's coming.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, that guy for sure, you need to give him all of the chances that he can get, because that is a guy that could frontline your rotation for sure.
Oh my gosh, yes, yeah. If we get to the All-Star break, and maybe we've traded Dustin May, and the lineup is Libby, Palante, Quinn, McGreevy, Tink. We're gonna have the youngest rotation in history, but I'm gonna be very happy to watch the second half of the year. I'll be tuned in every night and cheering those guys on, because they're gonna be ready to go out there and put it on the line, because they've never had this opportunity. And you know, I'm really eager to know who are guys that we want to keep around, or who are guys that we package together at the end of this rebuild and package them together to go get that real difference maker, whether that be in the rotation or the lineup. You know, you use this year to figure out who you want to keep around, and maybe we take some of these other middling prospect guys that we don't have time to wait around for, and go and see what we can get a package of. So,
I mean, I know obviously this is like maybe not a full rebuild year, but it's definitely some sort of a rebuild year. But I mean, if you start looking at it, your offense is not that bad. Like, you could find yourself at the break being close. I mean, you have a run producing offense. You have enough guys there that if you get some guys playing hot, you guys are gonna be just fine. Honestly, around that 500 clip.
I'm not expecting, like, I'm obviously not expecting a 90 win season. I'm really expecting like 65 wins ish, give or take a few. But man, if we end up around 80 wins, you're not going to hear me complain at all. That's a good year with what we are running out there. So
I just think that, like, man, you still have a lot of guys in this. Like, you still have good depth 1 through 9 if guys are healthy. Like, if you have a full healthy roster, it's a pretty good offense, honestly. And if your pitching staff can keep you in games, I really think you guys can win a lot of games.
Yeah, I mean, that's just been the biggest
even
issue,
with a rebuild year.
Yeah, that's been the biggest issue for the last couple of years, though, is that you look at the offense and you're like, dude, we can go out there and put up 14 runs tonight. It doesn't matter if the pitching staff's giving up 16. Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of the losses are going to come again this year, is because we're running out guys that haven't produced. And I think that's why Bloom is going to be so good for us, because he has already done this patiency and he's already developed that. And you're seeing the results of it in Boston. Now, the ownership clearly wasn't patient enough, and they canned him. And I mean, he gets a lot of bad rap for the Mookie trade, but that organization is top to bottom loaded with prospects that everybody wants. And so I think if we're just here to learn this year. Like, in my opinion, you just take a full evaluation of what you have. You self-scout for the whole year. You're obviously not trying to lose games because we're not tanking, but if you go out there and you're going to learn something from every outing. And I think that's worth its weight in gold. You want to switch over to the active free agents, or the ones that are still available? There were some guys on there yesterday that I was looking at that I was super excited at the potential to get. Now, I don't know what we're wanting to do spending wise. I mean, we've cut our our projected salary from 170 last year to 110 this year. I think we're 26 out of 30 teams in spending for the season, so I can't imagine we're going to go buy anybody that's super expensive. But you know, all of Twitter thinks we're going to get Andrew McCutchen. I don't know that I love that. I mean, he's produced fine, but not necessarily a guy that I want per se. You know,
I think it sells some tickets.
yeah, it will, but I think this fan base, we've seen bad baseball for a long time. You're going to have to do more than get Andrew McCutchen to sell tickets. Like I was telling you the other day, I thought he retired 4 years ago. Not actually, but like I know he's been playing in Pittsburgh, but like
been pretty quiet.
It's been quiet. And he's not a name that's drawing attention anymore. Randall Grichuk, that's a guy that I would love to come
Little
home.
reunion.
Bring him home. He's developed a lot since he left. He was solid with you guys. He was solid in Colorado. He's been around.
Like to see him back in the blue.
Yeah. Yep. Man, Wilmer Flores, if we can get him for around that $5 million mark, just a right-handed bat, play DH, spell some guys at first base on an off day or whatever. He's been around. I think he's like 32, 33 years old. So he's not
35, 34 and a half.
Or 35. Yeah, so he's not a spry chicken, but man, he's got some life left in him, I'm sure. Bush isn't any harder to hit in than San Francisco.
Yep.
You look at that list, you got guys like Justin Turner. I'll throw up if we sign that guy, but Tommy Pham down there, he's done. He has not made much noise at all. But maybe bring him home. I mean, I'd probably take Andrew McCutchen over Tommy Pham. Just because the ceiling there is probably a little bit higher, but other than that, there's not anybody that I was super in love with in available free agency. The thought of potentially trading for Alec Boehm. Don't highlight Renfroe.
That's the guy you want. That's the guy you want.
No, but the thought about trading for Alec Boehm is super interesting to me. Yeah, you're gonna have to extend him. He's gonna be pricey.
But it's just a weird.
It's a weird situation because it's
unless you get like 3 or 4 of those starters that you have, those young starters that come on and they're just dudes, and you guys are in the race. I really don't see you guys doing that.
No, I think we would have to trade for him now before the season starts, honestly. And I don't know what that package would look like, but if you make that trade, it has to be followed up with an extension pretty much right away. And at that point, you're really tying yourself to that guy for a long time. I would love it personally. Yeah. But I don't know if it's the best thing for the organization. I think we have some guys coming up that can absolutely play. And the thing that I would love, though, is that he's still super young, and he's been as far as you can go in the playoffs. You know, he's been to the National League Championship Series a few times and produced. Mm-hmm. It's not like he just showed up and had 6 at-bats and struck out or flied out. Like, he's produced in the big moments, and he's a young guy, and it's hard to find that. So maybe he's a guy that I'm talking myself into just calling Bloom and saying, hey, do whatever it takes. Because he listens to me.
Yep. You got each other on speed dial, huh?
Of course. So
look who is a free agent, though. Just got popped. That's your boy.
I do love Max. I love that guy.
He got popped for roids. He's going to be
Yeah, he's also a left-handed bat,
Good.
which if you didn't look at our lineup, we have in abundance.
Yeah, that's all you have. That's all you have.
Yeah, we have 3 right-handed bats. We have Jordan Walker, Mason Wynn, Ivan Herrera. Oh, Pedro Paez. Everybody else bats lefty.
Yeah.
So, a couple notes that I had for our roster this year, man, is just we got to get Lars healthy, and we can't rush him back. Like if he's a guy that we're gonna hitch our wagon to and let him lead us to wherever it is we're going, we cannot rush him back. Get him 100%.
Yeah.
Don't let him talk you into coming back before you're ready for it, and let the doctors run that deal because we got to have him healthy. I'd rather have 140 games or 120 games with a healthy Lars. Like we're not going to get 140, but I'd rather have like 120, 100 games of 100% Lars than 80 games of 80%.
And maybe you guys do like the 2 on 1 off type deal, like when Locaine was in Kansas City. What they'd always do is they'd start him 2 games of the series and then DH him.
Yeah.
On the third one to keep his legs fresh and to not have him over and asserting himself and just putting him in that injury prone type position.
Yep. I also, man, we just got to, I mean, we've talked about it plenty, but you got to let these pitchers figure it out. Trust the process. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be pretty. We're going to go out there. We're going to give up 15 runs, probably multiple times this year. And there's going to be a lot of noise. And I just hope the new front office is willing to stay the course, not pull the ripcord, not hit the ejectocito, and just ride this wave because we're going to learn so much more if we can stay the course and not panic. And then, man, if we get to the break, if we get to June, July, the All-Star break, and Gorman's not working, Jordan Walker's not working, we've seen what we've needed to see. Lars maybe isn't the guy we're hitching our wagon to. I think we have to be willing to explore trade offers for those guys because there's plenty of organizations that have the depth right now that they don't need them to produce and they can just develop them. And there's a lot of pressure on those guys, and I don't know how they're going to handle it, but it's going to pain me a lot to see any of those 3 guys go. But it might be for the better.
I mean, I think for sure, unless you guys somehow make a miraculous run, I think Burley's going to be one of those guys that is easily. I thought he should have been shipped off already. Left-handed bat that just all he does is hit. Maybe it's different from people that are inside the clubhouse, but he doesn't really seem like that huge locker room guy that's talking to everybody.
Yeah,
it just seems like that's a guy that you could trade off and still.
Well, and that's what I don't understand. I mean,
about your core being upset.
He feels like a guy that a contender who was needing a left-handed bat would have paid a lot to get last year.
That's what I think.
And man, there's plenty of blame to lay at Mozeliak's feet. But I mean, I'm not giving the guy much credit at all. I mean, he made a couple good trades, more bad than good, but a couple good trades.
Some good signings too, like Jose Quintana. We're chill. Come on, give me another one. Give me another old pitcher.
He was responsible for Brett Cecil.
Yeah, there's another one.
Brett Cecil. I mean, there were so many issues. I mean, we're not going to go into that. It's going to make me sad and depressed going into this season. I'm trying to be happy, but for all of the bad that for all the things he did wrong, I think he did a decent enough job last year with what the ownership would allow him to do. It was pretty clear and pretty public that they were not going to give him leeway to go out and make big acquisitions, make big trades, make big free agent decisions at all last year before the season, in the off season, going into 25, at the break for the trade deadline. Like, he wasn't given the reins to really do what probably should have been done, including trading Burley. I think
Bloom was a VP last year too. It kind of seemed like all the decisions would have to also flow through him as well as ownership before Mo could do anything.
Yeah, it was kind of a. I would have rather just seen them say we're parting ways and we're not going to do this transition thing, because we would have probably got a lot of this stuff out of the way last year.
Especially when you had a roster that had playoff aspirations, or in my opinion should have been at least in the hunt. And with dragging the feet, it kind of laid you in that spot where high 70s, low 80s type wins, and you couldn't get anything more than that.
Well, and not only that, we just watched Arenado's trade value evaporate in real time. We watched just so many of these guys that should have given us huge returns, or at least positive returns on our side of the deal, just wither away into us having to eat parts of the contract to even get them out of town. And it's just unfortunate. I think it was mostly an issue with Mo not being given the reins, but we'll see how this year goes. I mean, I'm hoping that some stuff works out, but yeah, we got to be willing to make the difficult decisions, and that's hasn't been able to be done recently. I mean, we've been so keen on just holding on to the last little bit of hope and the last little bit of success, and begging the fans to keep showing up and keep supporting and keep being, the best fan base in baseball. Well, there's not a whole lot to cheer for when you're not giving us.
It's crazy to see that you guys actually did something to ownership at the end of last year. Like the average attendance was down 10% or something like that.
No.
It's a crazy thing to see.
It was crazy. At the beginning of the 2025 offseason, there was a lot of rumors what's going to happen if this team doesn't produce. Or do you guys have any fear that fans may stop showing up to games? And ownership was really cocky. They were like, well, they stopped showing up. Well, payroll's going to go down again. We're not going to be able to get big names if you guys don't show up. And then the whole attitude changed. We didn't show up for the whole year. I mean, they were talking about 18,000 people at the stadium, and you watch the broadcast, and it's 3,000 people are at the game. That's season ticket holders that couldn't even sell their tickets.
Yeah, there's a funny thing there on Twitter a little bit. They were having, pan-arounds on Busch Stadium, and you just see no one there, and that's just something that you never see.
Yeah, and not even not just weekdays. I'm talking like Saturday night games in St. Louis, and the upper deck is empty. That doesn't happen in St. Louis. So I'll be interested to see what kind of changes the ownership's willing to make this year, and realize that this cash cow can change its milk production. We don't just keep showing up and get milk for all of it every year. So, but yeah, I don't have too much else to say. One guy that we didn't even talk about, I think he's either a non-roster or a 40 man. You don't got to pull it back up, but Josh Baez, this guy, no, you don't need to pull it up. He
outfielder,
yeah, right-handed bat in the outfield, young guy, and hits nukes, dude. Like, he reminds me of what Adolis Garcia was 2 years ago, but just younger and still in the minors.
Well, that's exciting.
Like, just drops tanks. And if that guy goes on a run and gets hot at the right time or really tears up minor league ball again, give him a shot. Give him a shot, man.
Yeah.
Get him up. Let him see. Let's see if he can handle Paul Skeens a couple times. One thing, our lineup's gonna have to be insane because the NL Central pitching as a division, it's insane right now. I mean, Pittsburgh, for all of their debacle, they have Paul Skeens, Bubba Chandler. They got another guy waiting in the wing. Or no, what's the guy that got hurt last year? That Bubba's the guy in the wings, but who's the other?
Keller.
No, not Mitch Keller. Jared Jones.
Yep, there you go. That guy's an animal too. Yep.
Freakazoid. If he wouldn't have got hurt last year, he was going to be a problem. And then go over to Cincinnati there. They have Hunter Green, Chase Burns, these guys that are top-end guys. And then you go into Milwaukee and you still have Freddie Peralta, Andrew Abbott, or Abbott and Cincy. You go into...
So got traded, so he's out of...
That's right.
He's in New York now.
At the Mets. But still they got Mizorowski, and they have guys that just show up and play.
Pitching factory over there. Dude, those guys just... Every single year they've got someone that's just... Who's the guy that got hurt that's coming back? That's big name. And I'm just blanking. Yep. Just blanking on his last name now. But, yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, just not a fun division to play in on offense. And it's going to be, I think that's where our biggest issue is going to be. I don't think it's going to be that we can't hit. I think when we're playing non-division opponents, we're going to have a lot more success than we're playing in division.
Woodruff.
Yep. That's the guy. And then in Chicago, Go ahead. In Chicago, they got Justin Steele, and they got one other guy.
Shota.
Yeah, Shota. And don't want to face those guys all the time, but unfortunately, that's the hand we're dealt, man. I mean, we're facing, 8 to 10 guys on a very regular basis that give the rest of the league fits. Like, not a bunch of guys you want young bucks running out there to face for several times a year, but that's all right. I am a firm believer in battle-tested rosters produce better in the postseason. So if they can go out there and figure out how to hit against those guys, we get down the line, we start developing a little bit. 2027, 2028, we might be ready to put a run together again.
Cubs also traded for Edward Cabrera, so gotta remember that part too.
MLB The Show 22 Demon.
They traded Owen Cassie for him, so
yeah. So yeah, I mean, going against the division we're in, not fun. And our pitching staff is probably going to be a bottom 8 pitching staff in the league this year, and we're going against those guys. So we'll have to be able to produce on offense, and our offense is going to have a lot of pressure on them. But that's okay because we're here to learn, and we're here to test guys out and see who's got it and who doesn't. So I'm excited. I'm more excited this year than I have been in a long time because we have a plan, we have a structure, we know what to expect, and we're not being gaslit into thinking, yeah, we got a division title in us. It's okay to not have that. It's
also really exciting to just see the prospects and give them a real chance.
Yeah.
And not just like throw them in curated scenarios where either they're going to look really good or really bad.
And I'm a huge believer in that not all 30 teams are going for a World Series every year. That might be on the bulletin board, but they're not all actively competing for that. And I'm thankful that we're not telling ourselves that lie anymore. So
should we move on to ripping some packs?
Yep, let's rip some packs and pad some stats.
Another box that I've already got opened up.
Cheating.
I opened her up. Got her ready to go.
Over here. Can't open it up.
Keys out. See if I can get
that thing to focus up.
angles on here. Here's a Cardinal that I haven't seen. Cesar
Prieto?
Yep.
He's an infield guy. Just kind of a role player.
Got his rookie card. There's your boy Austin Riley. Austin Wells. Brady House, rookie card. Our regular Ruffy Devers.
Oh, here's depression and a baseball card. Depression and a baseball card.
What you got there? I can't see it. It's a little blurry on my side. Oh, is that Nolan Arenado?
Yep.
I got a Boobich.
Yep, I like to see that.
One off to the side.
You ever heard of her?
Garrett.
Lunder.
Oh, yep. He might get a chance this year. I like this Garrett Crochet card.
Yep. I got the password.
Card.
Got the password. Over here.
Say his first name.
Nope.
Do it.
Nope. Nope. Get canceled before we get started.
Who's a Gunnar Henderson spring training card?
They gotta stop printing these things so early, man. It's just depression.
Roberto. Oh, you got two of your boys that are gone. Roberto Clemente. And a little showtime.
You got a little show. A little show.
Hey, through all your cards, or what are you doing?
No, I'm just showing the ones that I actually care about or that are interesting to me. Yeah, I mean, let's just add it on. Brendan Donovan, more depression. This is a pack.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
I haven't got an active player on the Cardinals yet. They're all traded.
Oh yes,
Got a little Bob.
I love that card. I don't know if you can see it behind me.
I see him back there. I see him back there.
Got a little flyer in there with my Royals cards. We'll be filling that out as we rip cards.
I like that. Oh,
there's the Owen Cassie that just got traded.
This is my boy right here.
Is that Adolis?
Yep.
Gavin Williams. I'm not excited to face him this year. Gavin Williams for the Guardians.
Never heard of her.
What? He's pretty good.
Maybe I have. I don't know. I got your boy, Johnny.
I like that card art.
That's my dog right there.
That's your dog. There's some sweet dust coming off his gloves in the card art.
A little glitter bomb, Drew Rasmussen.
Jake Perkins, rookie card, glitter bomb. James Wood.
I got a little James Wood.
Stars.
I like this card art a lot.
Yeah, those are cool. I like those in the 92 or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Anthony Volpe, gross.
Yep, you just throw that one away.
Matt Chapman. Hanging around.
World Series MVP, Yamamoto. There's Paez.
Titans of the game. Back-to-back Tatises.
Ben Lively. Another Indians pitcher that I'm not excited to see this year.
Dude. Yeah. Those guys.
Talking about pitching factory. This guy, Jordan Beck, he hit like 6 home runs against us in a series. Mm-hmm. Like the week that he got called up. It was real great.
Yeah.
Another Royal.
I'll tell you what. These.
Let's go.
Oh, nice. These pitching factories you keep talking about. How do I get one of them?
You just get that one on sale.
Yeah. I mean, is that you get that at Costco or?
Buy one, get one free.
I need one.
There's your brother's boy.
Who dat?
Max Muncy.
He does draft him every year.
Tio spring training card. That's spring training card. Roman Anthony profiles card. I think I've got almost all of Roman Anthony's cards already. That is my first profiles card. Vladdy Stones. I believe I already got that one. Keep it separated in there. I'm halfway through. I'm getting there. Schwellenbach, who is going to be hurt to start the year, I believe. No, that one's going to hurt our boys' feelings. Bregman.
Oh, yeah. Bregman.
Tommy fan.
Okay.
Or Tommy Edman. Sorry.
Wasn't that trade stirred up a lot of trouble, and we didn't get paid what we needed to. But I'll tell you what.
Not at all.
I tell you what, we should have got paid more, but I thought he was the right guy to trade at the time. We just didn't get paid what we needed. Is that my boy Lou?
No, it was Lennon Sosa. And Mookie Titans of the game. All right, 2 more backs. I see another Gunnar Henderson. Another guy that I think I've got most of his cards.
Yeah.
There's the future Cardinal right there. Chase Burns. That's a rookie card. Cool Crushers. Phillies. That's a cool card. Joe Adele, who I want us to trade for.
Yeah, that's
it. I don't want to give up what we would have to. Another person I'd want to trade for. Get him back in blue. Or
George?
Georgie. The spring training gravy card. Getting some better cards this time. Ooh. I got a rainbow Jeremiah Jackson rookie card.
Is that a Detroit guy?
Baltimore.
Don't know her.
Yeah, never heard of her. Last pack.
Pray to the pack gods get you an autograph.
One time for the one time.
Just a little Bobby Witt gold logo, man.
Oh my God, I would lose it. I would lose it.
I'd wake up the neighbors.
Yastrzemski. His team card. Jackson Merrill. That's a cool ass card. Marcel Mayer. RBI leaders. Pasquatch on the end there. The Showtime. That's cool. Your favorite player, Javi Baez?
Yeah.
Juan Soto. 91 card. Well, didn't get it. But we got some cool cards. Got some more Royals, which I'm happy about.
Good shit.
Alright, now we are rolling into Statpad, right? Did you get anything good over there? Anything worth chatting about?
My cards? No. Pretty typical retail box. I'll have to show you some, one of these, at the end of one of these, I'll show you some of my personal collection that I've kind of accumulated over the years. I say over the years. It hasn't been that long, but.
Alright, Statpad.
Let's get in there. I haven't looked at it.
I saw the categories.
I saw the categories. Strikeouts, but I didn't.
I think I might cook again.
I didn't see the teams or years or anything. I just saw it was strikeouts.
All right, so we've got the category is strikeouts. So we're in pitching. So we got the Chicago White Sox from 20 to 25 got votes for Cy Young.
Hold on.
The Yankees.
Slow down. Computer's running on. Here we go. Okay. Oh, you're clicking on stuff. There we go.
So strikeouts is our category. We got the Chi Sox from the whole 2020, 2000 and 2025. Got Cy Young votes. Then we got the Yanks from 2010 to 2025. Never played in a World Series. Which
that's pretty easy enough.
Easy. Anybody in the MLB 2005 to 2025 Cy Young.
Cy Young. Okay.
And then we've got the NL.
Oh, we have to choose the year that they won the Cy Young is their strikeout year. Okay.
Yeah. NL East 2020 to 2025. Career under 500 strikeouts. So looking for a rookie there with high strikeout numbers. And then the Angels, 2000 to 2025 as an all-star. So
they have those in pitching?
An all-star?
Oh, 2000 to 2000. I thought it was
say
2020. I was like 2020 to 2025. I don't know if the Angels had any all-star pitchers.
No. Probably not. So Tri-Sox, you think of Mark Burley right off the top of the head. Getting the right year would be tough.
Yeah.
Or you think of Chris Sale.
Chris Sale, Lucas Giolito. Those were the guys I went to. Did we crash?
Chris Sale got traded in 18, right? Because it was the year they won the World Series. Or did he get traded the year before?
I think it was the year before. No, it was.
It was the off-season going into 18, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was there for the full season, wasn't he? It was the off-season going into 18. Did he get Cy Young votes going into in 2017?
He should have. I remember him just waxing the Royals.
I mean, that might be the safest bet. I mean, I don't.
That's your highest prototypical strikeout guy from the three that we named.
Yeah, 16 or 17's got to be the year.
Giolito might have had more strikeouts, so I don't know. I am nervous on 17 because I don't know if he got traded the year before the World Series in Boston or the year before going into it.
I'm going to tell you the Giolito year. You could tell me it was 2012, and I'll believe you. I couldn't tell you the year.
Okay. That said 2010 as his first year in the bigs.
Yeah, and he came up as a reliever, as a closer. I think 16 is probably a safe bet.
Now I'm nervous. I feel like he wasn't. Was he in the bigs that long? Kind of crazy.
Yeah, he didn't come onto the scene until he got transitioned to a starter, and that was. Or he wasn't like a big name guy.
So we're going with 16?
Yeah, I think I like 16.
Bang. 16 and 15 were the top two.
24, is that what that says in 2015?
Yeah, that's insane. Okay. So a yank from the teens.
2023 Garrett Cole.
Presence.
Well, he's pitched for the.
He pitched for the
Astros.
Astros, there you go.
Astros World Series S.
Yeah, we joked that this wouldn't be too hard. Now I'm getting nervous.
Well, they just don't have that many prominent guys. Was 24 the Nasty Nestor year? I don't think he was a 200 strikeout guy, but.
Well, Nestor played in the World Series in 24. He gave up the game-winning home run to Freddie Freed. So we can't pick a guy from 24. Then we want to pick a guy from. What about Jordan Montgomery playing the World Series?
Was he in Arizona for that World Series?
Yeah, he wasn't with him 2024. That's one name I'm thinking of right now. Who else? I'm trying to think of the teams.
It's actually much more difficult because all they do is pillage the best players from the small market teams.
Who's there in the teams? Man, I'm getting stumped on this. Who's there? What you do? Just blanking.
Yeah, I'm just blanking. We can come back to him. Let's
You can go on. Awarded Cy Young. Spencer Strider,
Garrett Cole, Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer.
Scherzer would be up there, but you got to know the year because I don't know it. 19 with the Nationals.
Yeah. What about Verlander in like 17 with the Astros?
I wouldn't know what year.
Did they won the World Series in 2017, didn't they?
That sounds right. Because they went back to back 16 and 17, and those were the years that they got in trouble, right?
No, they didn't go in 16. They went 17, 18. 16 was Cleveland, Chicago.
16 was the Cubbies. Yeah. I'll leave this one up to you if you don't want to do Mad Max or Strider. Those are the two that I would feel confident about.
Yeah, Strider might be the one. What was the year? 23?
That's what I was thinking.
Or was it 24? Because he was hurt all of last year. I think it was 24, actually.
Yeah, it was 24. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Ha! Okay.
He didn't win a Cy Young?
We could look it up if you want to look it up and just not pick him. I thought he did. Was it in 24? Or 22? Oh, he's just an all-star. Let's see. I'm closing an ad. He was fourth in Cy Young in 23. He had 281 strikeouts that year, so did have a lot. So do you want to do JV or do you want to do Mad Max?
Yeah, I mean, there's three guys. They're all that caliber. It's Verlander, Mad Max, and Kershaw, but you got to snipe the year. I think, did Verlander win back-to-back Cy Youngs?
He's got a couple of them.
I think we go Verlander. We got a best shot at the year. And I want to say, I think 17 or 18. One of the World Series.
Which one you want to flip to?
17. I feel it in my bones.
All right, it's over to me. I'm going to Max Scherzer.
Okay. We don't know anything. We're the dumbest humans alive.
It's back to you.
Give me 2014 Clayton Kershaw.
There you go.
Look at that.
When you had Verlander, oh, you were 1 year off on Verlander. Would have been never. Oh, we had 1 and 2. We just didn't get the right year. Oh, DeGrom. Come on, what are we doing? Max 17.
Dude, how about me sniping 2014 Clayton Kershaw? That was crazy.
Good one. All right, so we're thinking of a rookie in the NL East.
It doesn't have to be a rookie. It can be Sandy Alcantara 2021.
It's career under 500.
Yeah,
Sandy's got more than 500. Bro. Career?
He's been hurt for like 2 full seasons.
I fully guarantee I'm looking it up, and we're not going to use him. I want to look up what Zach Greinke's.
I'm going to punch you in the junk if Sandy has less than 500 career strike.
Oh my gosh. He does have 931. But he's played eight years in the bigs.
That feels wrong.
Kyle Wright.
Mackenzie Gore.
Mackenzie Gore would be a good one. Mackenzie Gore last year. I don't know if Kyle Wright was striking out guys. I know Mackenzie was. That's probably.
I like Mackenzie 2025.
Wow. I did not think that.
We're the dumbest humans alive.
I did not know he had more than 500. Crazy, actually. We are really struggling this time.
Jake Irvin in Washington last year.
That guy's pitched for a while, hasn't he?
Has he?
Is he racking up strikeouts like that?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of the young guys that are in these organizations. What's the other guy?
It's
Kyle Wright, Roberto Lopez. Oh, dude, he's pitched for 5 years.
What about
What's that Lopez dude from Atlanta? Young guy. I want to say like Roberto or something. Now look up Lopez. I'll tell you his name. Can you scroll down that list at all?
You can't.
Oh, that's horrible.
Was Schwellenbach checking out guys like that last year?
He was. That's a good one. Was he better in 24?
Oh, I messed it up.
Kodai.
Oh my gosh. You idiot.
You blew it.
You idiot. Oh, Jake Irvin was 4. Oh my god.
We're so stupid. We're the dumbest people alive.
Josiah Gray. How has that guy not?
How is he not at 100 strikeouts or 500 strikeouts?
Josiah Gray.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Braxton Garrett. He's a dog in Miami.
Yeah, he is. All right. So an Angel pitcher that's got an awesome Jared Weaver is.
Yeah. Is he the one?
I'm thinking of the early.
Nope. Bronson Arroyo.
No, we're not doing Bronson Arroyo.
Was he an Angel or a Red?
He was a Red and a Red Sox.
I just love this windup.
Who is the other guy with Jared Weaver? Bigger guy.
Jared?
Pitch for the Red Sox. John Lackey. You know that name. He was a Cardinal too, wasn't he?
He was a Cardinal. I think he was past his expiration date when he was playing in Anaheim.
Was he though? So we're thinking Jared Weaver?
Yeah, but what year was he an All-Star?
It's like he spells his name weird, doesn't he?
Just put in Weaver. It'll pull up.
Yep. That ain't a real spelling.
Yeah.
Do I got the wrong first name?
No, that Jared Weaver and Jeff Weaver are both real guys. Jared is the one you're thinking of.
I'm trying to think of. Yeah. Now.
I mean, 13 or 14 maybe. I don't know when he would have been an All-Star.
He started with Angels, I'm pretty sure. I'm getting my guess out of the way. You can throw a different year if you want to. I'm throwing a dart against the wall. 2009. You can pick a different pitcher or different year. I don't care.
How many guesses have we used? 10?
A good amount. 9.
Yeah, will be 10.
I know one on here, but he's a reliever, so we probably don't want to use him.
Yeah. I don't know if I know any Angels pitchers. Like Reed Detmers, but I don't think he was ever an All-Star. Oh, who's the guy that the Red Sox traded for last year? Pablo Sandoval?
Patrick Sandoval.
Yeah. He was an All-Star in 23 or 24.
Which one are you throwing to?
23. Dude, I'm going to kill myself.
I'll do 24.
We're so stupid, dude.
Got one.
Wow, that's a big pull.
God, I was 1 year off.
Shohei?
I knew he was doing. Oh my God, Shohei, what are we doing?
Irvin Santana.
What are we doing?
You were all over the board. You were all over it.
Irvin Santana, the Royal. How did I miss that one? All right, Yankee. Never played the World Series.
2010 to 2025. I mean, Jordan Montgomery is the only guy I can think of. And it would have been 22 or 21.
I like 22.
21.
Played in the World Series. That's not great. So the Yankees were in the World Series. What year were they in the World Series then?
No, Jordan played in the World Series with Arizona, so he's disqualified. That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, I forgot the Arizona made it. What about...
Was Fried there in 24? Was Max Fried there in 2024?
No. They just got him this past offseason.
He hasn't been to the World Series. Or did he go with Atlanta?
Atlanta's been there. What about, who's the guy that the A's signed in the Yankees?
You knew who I'm talking about.
That's the name. That's the name.
Domingo, German.
Ayala. Now I'm nervous. It's too many years.
He only had like 2 solid years. It was like 22 and 23. And then he threw a perfect game in 24.
I think we got to get a different name in here.
Who does Drake hate that is on the team, or that was on the team?
I'm just completely blanking on Yankees pitchers, just in general. Man, I'd love to say Carlos Rodon. I hate that guy.
Was he there in 24?
Yeah. Because he pitched against us in the
that's right.
ALDS and wasn't making a big fuss about him striking out our lineup that's not very impressive. Garrett Hampson and...
I remember. Yeah, good luck. I couldn't help you here.
Did he played one of these back end years with the Yankees, I'm pretty sure.
I believe you.
Oh, so I just want to see if one of these... Gosh.
Dude, this is so tough. We're going to see the top 5 and be like, how are we so stupid? But and we left a lot.
I can't even think of the like mid-teens staff for them at all. Like CC is in there, but he's been to a World Series. I'm about to go to relievers. This is how bad I'm struggling.
Yeah, but I mean, I just am no help here. Everybody that I'm thinking of has been to a World Series. Clay Holmes, that's a great pull. Wait, he's the reliever?
He was there in 24.
God, he was.
Was Beater on the roster? What about what's his name?
Who are you thinking
Who's the guy that just shoved it up the Red Sox ass in the wild card game?
Didn't they have a young guy last year?
That's who I'm trying to think of.
Like, not like Spencer Jones?
I got it.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Does that say 0% off? Oh my God.
We're on the board.
Severino, that's who I was trying to think of that went to the A's.
Oh, Mr. Substance himself.
Paxton, that's your boy.
Michael Pineda. Luis Severino.
Slap your neck. Man, we really blew that one. Severino is who I
we
was
still
trying
beat
to think of.
40% of the other users, which is insane. They had some tough categories today. Dude, sniping the year on pitcher strikeouts is crazy.
Dude, that's hard.
Here, go to the how to play. Click the rules so we can see this. We know that part. Okay. What's easy mode here?
Well, their best year will be chosen.
Oh, well, we're not doing that.
We ain't doing that. Well, all right, that was a terrible showing of Statpad. I mean, Chris Sale was an all right pull, but pitcher strikeouts per year, that's pretty tough. I was feeling really good seeing the White Sox one. I knew I was going to be all right there, and then we got into some bad into some bad moves. Weaver, I just picked the wrong freaking year.
Well, even with the Cy Young winner, we were dancing around.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you for watching this episode of Split Loyalty Podcast. Hopefully you got a good sight into the Cardinals lineup, saw some cool packs being ripped, and then saw a struggle to remember any Yankees player because they are just irrelevant. So.
Nothing notable in over a decade. Coming from a Cardinals fan who has also had nothing notable in over a decade.
2015, claim to fame. Might have been really bad in between, but we were good before that.
Yep. So, alrighty.
All right, we will wrap up this episode, and we will see you next time.
Catch you on the flippity flip.